Hello, this is Kato. This is a game with cats. Easy choice, we playing it. How to play. Choices. Wait, I didn't look at what the buttons were. Oh well. Too late now. We'll never know. It's fine. We'll probably figure it out. It's a visual novel. How hard can it be? Paris is truly a sight to behold. This music feels like it got louder. Hold on. Hold everything. Okay. Such a sight. Can't get used to it, even having lived here for most of my life. The sun parting the city in two, the smell of baked goods in the morning, buildings filled with history. Even so, living here alone could maybe be a bit mundane, but I don't have to. I share an apartment with my old friend Roselle, who studies veterinary medicine of some sort. I don't get to spend much time with her, as my job's working the evening shift at a small newspaper. Speaking of which, I ought to let her know that I'll be heading to the office for the night in a bit. We got a little plant. Well, knock on her door, waiting a few seconds before entering. Oh, this isn't my room. Hey, Ro, how you doing? I'm alright, and you? All good, just wanted to let you know I'll be leaving for work in a few. How are you doing? So, what have you been up to? Not much. School. Yeah, worked from home. Do you want to go somewhere? You know what, it's really nice outside and we haven't gone out for a coffee together. We should totally do so this weekend when we're both free. Well, it has been a while. You know you want to. Some fresh air will feel nice. This music is kind of somehow getting louder, it feels like. Maybe I might have to study, so no promises. She glances at the clock above the door behind me. Shouldn't you be going soon? You'd wind up late in not too long, right? I'm good on time actually, but it might be time to break it off. You might be right, I'm off then. I'll pass by the baker's too. Is there anything you'd like? No, I'm good. Alright then, see ya. We're definitely picking you up something. I don't care if you didn't ask for anything. Leave her to her own and head for the door. Before leaving, I pat my pockets, realizing that I'm forgetting something, as I always am. Bro, have you seen my keys? The ones with the cork? Have you looked in the kitchen? Check and find them on the countertop. I always forget to check there. You'd think if I always forget to check there, I would eventually remember to check there. Good thing she still keeps tabs on me, even if things are different now. What? Different how? Did we used to date? Oh god. Thanks, bye! Wow, look at that graffiti. Yeah! Man, how lucky am I to have a view like this going to work. Think to myself as my feet patter against the rounded stones of the old towpath. In the shade by the wall, I spot a cat looking every bit as scruffy as the water looks serene. Oh my god, you are a little scruffer. Ah, Roselle would love this if she were here. She always used to chase after cats, patiently gain their trust, and befriend them like some kind of cat whisperer. Whenever successful, which was almost always, she'd memorialize the occasion by having a picture taken, like a big game hunter of old posing with her quarry. Kind of miss that side of her. Maybe a picture of my own would remind her of the good old days. Thought stops me in my tracks and I study the cat in question. It's just sitting there, gazing over the water as if saying, "Yep, I rule this place." Which, in fairness, it probably did by the looks of things. Looking at the time, I noticed that I have plenty of it. Could at least try to get her a picture. What could possibly go wrong after all? But how should I approach? You look like a little old cat that might die of a heart attack if I sneak up on you, so better take it slow here. Slow and steady wins the race. After all, I'm not the sorceress cat whisperer Roselle, but I am close. I would hate to spook it now from what was clearly, even to me, a favorite spot of theirs. Not that this cat looks particularly skittish. It has the very, well, proud bearing. Hey there, kitty. I speak softly while closing the distance. When I'm merely a few meters away, it gives me a casual glance out of the corner of its eye. Get the idea and stop. Satisfied with my response, it resumes watching over the still water. I could easily just take a picture of the cat's back and call it a day, but my professional pride berates me for even considering such a notion. May not be the cuddliest cat in the world, but I will get a good photo one way or another. No. You have to wait for a cat to come to you. If you try to fucking continue closing in on it, it's gonna fucking dart, dude. You gotta wait. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm the fucking cat whisperer now! Cat seems to rather enjoy the view of the water. Ever so slowly, I walk up to the edge, maintaining a respectful distance to the cat and sitting down with my legs crossed. The late summer's evening sun shrouding the city in a pink glow, not even the faintest breeze disrupting the mirror-like surface of the water. Glance at the cat. It's basking in the sun with closed eyes, savoring the warmth. The moment is here. With careful, deliberate movements, I fish my phone out of my pocket and lean in for a picture. The picture perfectly captures the serenity of the scene. Not wishing to disturb the cat any longer, I get up and walk away. I'm the greatest. What the fuck? Did we sit on our phone? Is our hand just that dirty? What the fuck is this shit? Jesus Christ. The reply comes through so fast it feels like I got it before I even sent the message. That's a gorgeous photo. Cat looks like a stray. How did you manage to get so close? Tell me. I just took my time with it. Took a page from your book. Gotta learn from the best. The best? I wouldn't go that far, but thanks. Did it take long to get to that point? Not really. Didn't seem to mind me being in the vicinity as long as it could keep track of me and I did nothing hasty. Strays are often kinda chill if you don't bother them. Be careful though, they can be unpredictable. Kinda got that vibe, yeah. I will be. Almost forgot. Thanks for the picture. I think I'll make that my new home screen on my phone. Good chat, Ro, but I have to go now. Lost more time than I thought here. Haha, oops. We fucking did it. Cat clock. Classic. Baguette. Work went by as usual and it was over in no time. Dawn is lurking around the corner as I'm heading for the bakery. All the little shops are closed, but the bakers are already at their battle stations, churning out their goods for the breakfast rush and the coming day. Thanks to having friends in high places, also known as the owner, I'm allowed to sneak in through the back door and get my grubby hands on bread early. Wow. Roselle said she didn't want any, but I'll get her some just in case she changes her mind. Yes, this is me! Besides, you can never have too much bread. No! Oh my god, a chunky little foofer. Oh no. I hope I grabbed extra because I'm giving this cat bread. As I leave the bakery with my precious baked goodness, I notice a cardboard box sitting next to the door, which apparently is the residence of a charmingly fat cat sleeping inside. Clearly it's being cared for to some extent, as the floor is draped with a cozy looking blanket and someone's made it a little roof to keep the rain out. Is it a new tenant on the street, or am I just selectively blind and it's always been here? Can't recall. Wow, this really is me. Oh my god. Looking around, the nearby area is strangely littered with glass jars, too. Inspired by the success of the earlier cat encounter, I decide to add to win further glory by attaining a second triumphant moment, one to make Rosella the cat whisperer proud. Drop my bag and crouch down next to the sleeping cat, or what I thought was a sleeping cat. Oh, look at that little guy! It opens an eye and looks down at me lazily. Wait. Especially for trying to pet the head immediately? Are you fucking nuts? Alright, cat, make your move. Say with the exaggerated voice of a movie gunslinger, waiting to let the cat take the first action, not wishing to pressure it in any way. A shocking display of Herculean effort, the cat opens a second eye and looks at me with a steady gaze. Can't help but to feel like it's trying to assess me. Playing along for a quiet laugh to myself, I strike a pose, showing my good side. Well, if such a thing exists. A few seconds pass before he gets up, lacking any semblance of urgency. He jumps down with the grace of a drunken baboon, landing on its feet seemingly more by blind luck than any skill on its part. Comes over to me, rubbing up against my legs with a quiet purr. I'm winning! Well, aren't you a friendly little thing? You want my bread, don't you? Giving it a few pats along the back before I go, I start to make my way home to that bed which I'm now longing for. You didn't want to take a picture of this one? At least that was a theory. Very persistent furry friend demands more attention, constantly getting in my way, protesting my attempts to leave very efficiently indeed. Can't deny that it's a very charming thing. As it is, I can't really get a good shot of the cat. It's either at a bad angle or too close to the camera. Need to gain some space. You've got to do it this way. I have a cat like this and it's the only way, I guarantee it. Although actually standing up does sometimes work. But usually that just makes him run away. If I fuck this up, I'm gonna be so disappointed in myself. Okay, think. It's not Bunsen. This is a stray cat. What would the cat do? Although it's very friendly, right? And it's clearly being taken care of, which means it knows about people and wanting to take pictures of cats. So we're gonna yeah. Yep, I knew it. Maybe I don't need to create distance. Fumble with my pocket as I continue petting the cat with the other hand. In the position I'm sitting, it's difficult to get it out of my pocket and to struggle for a moment. Finally, I prevail against these insurmountable odds, place the camera in front of us and snap a bunch of photos, hoping that at least one wouldn't be a blurry mess of disaster. Go through them quickly, and there is one close-up picture of the cat's face that didn't end up looking like the photo was taken from inside a tumble dryer. It'll have to make do. A few more cuddles later, I managed to extricate myself from the situation and start off in the direction of home. Oh my fucking god, we're winning! That's right. Hell yeah. Or perhaps not the best interaction on my part, this picture turned out kind of great. Wow, how did you manage to take this one? After many trials and tribulations, managed to nab it in the end. That and approximately 42,372 others that turned out rubbish, but that's beside the point. I bet. Did you get along well? Kind of. Not bad, not great, I don't think. I was thinking of trying to feed it? That could work. Just don't give it raw fish or something. That could make it sick. Don't worry, I won't. I know there's bones in there, dude. That'd be bad. Do you think I'm an idiot? Don't answer that. What a day. Keychain rattling in my hand, I unlock the door, shutting it behind me. Dumping the bag on the ground by the wall and trudging on over to the kitchen for a bite to eat before bed. Trundle past Rose's door. Shut as always. Just a faint blue light leaking through the doorframe. She must be on the laptop again. Finally arriving at the counter, I have myself a few pieces of fresh loaf before dragging myself into the living room and to the TV. Flopping into the couch, I watch whatever happens to be on, lazily munching away. There's a documentary on about life on the African savannah. It'd be just her thing. After a few minutes of deliberation, I get up, going over to Rose's room and gently knock on her door. Hey, Ro, you up? Yeah, what is it? You wanna hang out? Can I come in? That's not the question I was wanting to ask, but okay. Sure. Why don't you come hang out with me? There's a wildlife special on. There's lions and everything, just like we always used to catch. There's a few moments of silence. I'd rather not. I want to be alone. Am I supposed to be approaching her like a cat? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm stupid. Okay, hold on. I'm seeing what's happening here. I fucked it up, but... Hey, can I reverse? What? What have you done? Oh, okay. It just reversed to this point. Haha. Cool, sick, dope. I was just checking... Can I come in? I'm still coming in, apparently. Yeah. Okay. As suspected, she's not even in bed. I didn't have anything in particular to say. I just wanted to see if you were up. You should catch some more regular sleep, bro. Oh, nope. This was actually the worst option. I know. You're sweet to care, but I know. You got it. Try to get at least some sleep tonight. Or at some point. Okay, good night. Good night. That I take my leave. Retiring to the sofa to finish up my meal. Was that actually the better option? Cause I don't feel like it was. But just go to sleep. Forget it. I committed to this option now, I guess. Maybe that was bad. That might have been the wrong choice. But you know, these things happen. Never having been one for sitting around. Okay, never mind. This isn't me. Come afternoon, I treat myself to the walk. A walk. Not the walk. A walk. It would be weird if it was the walk. Some might think that walking is a bit of a peculiar treat, but in a city like Paris, it really is. Also, it's a treat for your mental health. Sometimes you just gotta get up and get some fresh air. It's always something beautiful to see, something exciting to discover. I've been walking around the city virtually every day for years, and it still never bores me. On the contrary, it helps dislodge writer's block and distract me from other woes. One of the streets and spots I always come back to, though, is this little old street passing by the small park. Trees happen to make for a great spot to just get away from the sun on a hot day, and an added bonus. Is there gonna be a cat over here? Suddenly I spot an orange fuzz in the periphery and I instinctively know it's a cat. It's funny, the things that you notice once you're actively looking for them. Well, it's either that or I've been afflicted with cat-engineered nanomachines altering my perception, which, in all honesty, is a touch unlikely. Wow! Oh my god! Is this Oliver? Am I about to find your company? Rather than a fully grown cat, this one's a mere kitten, playing with the leaves beneath the tree. Oh no! Playtime is disrupted, however, when a pedestrian tramples by, startling the little creature. You bastard. After having taken cover by the tree for a while, it tentatively returns to its game, soon blissfully distracted. This thing is in danger. I'd love to join in, but I don't want to frighten it again either. Don't sneak up on cats, idiot. Oh! Did I fuck it up? Considering how that person storming by scared the poor little thing, I should probably let it know I'm approaching beforehand so I don't scare it again. Walk closer carefully with slow, deliberate movements, quietly calling out to it. Hey, little friend, don't be afraid. Turns out kittens don't do that too well on the whole hearing comprehension front, and it curls up into a small nervous bundle. Fuck! No! No! Don't be scared of my friend. Stopped for a while, giving it some time to realize that I wasn't going to stampede by it or do it any harm. Clearly anxious due to my presence, I need to do something to break the ice. Don't do that. But also apparently talking, it's bad. It doesn't like noises. How are you going to go about trying to pet this kitten? Are you going to do the normal thing where you just like stick finger out and then let it come to you? Or are you going to actively try and like put your hand on its head? Because that's bad. What if we just talk to this cat like a psycho? And by that I mean like a perfectly normal person who has a cat, but this is a cat on the street, so it's a little weird. Oh, you like that? Maybe I can get across my friendliness through a casual conversation. Go on to tell the kitten about my day, cat by the canal, my night shift at work, and about the other cat by the cafe. While facing in the general direction of the cat, I don't look directly at it, trying to communicate that I'm no threat to it. Cast a quick glance at it, and the kitten is watching me carefully, but seems less withdrawn, more curious. Play. Kittens love to play. Fuck yes. It's obviously a rather playful sort. Maybe that'd help me befriend it. The tree beside us has kindly dropped enough dropped a twig on the ground that it looks like it could double as a cat toy. Picking it up, I give it a try, drawing a figure of 8 in the air. But I've never played with a cat. Sure, it can't be too complicated, but how should I go about it is still a question that needs answering. You have to do sudden movements, actually. It needs to be rapid movements or else there's no... No! You don't understand. Cats don't fucking play if it's slow. They're like, I'm just gonna sit here and watch that thing move around, and then I'm gonna look at you like an idiot. Fine. Ugh, I fucked this all up. Please take me back. I have to fix this. Okay. It's fine. I'm gonna... Apparently... This can't be the right option. There's no fucking way. I can't believe that was the right option. If it's unaware of my presence, then surely it can't be scared, right? You absolute buffoon. One of the kittens distracted by its play, I approach with soft, quiet steps, gradually making my approach. At a short distance away, the kitten stops, looking directly at me, which would likely indicate that it's now aware of me. I avoid looking directly at it. It's not a dog. Acting as if I don't know it's there at all. The kitten doesn't resume playing, but it doesn't appear to be terrified or even particularly bothered by me either. Should try to build its trust. We're gonna still tell it about our day, actually. Maybe I can get across my friendliness through casual conversation. We're saying the same things, and it's working so good. Now we play. And apparently I have to do it slowly. Fine. Yeah, okay. While I've never owned a cat, I have spent a few minutes here and there on the internet, and as an inevitability, seen a cat video or two. While I didn't have a crumpled piece of paper on a string to bounce around above the cat, the twig might do as a substitute. Lean forward a little to better position it above the cat, trying to make enticing motions with it to get the attention of the kitten and excite it to play. However, it just lays there in a soft orange ball, big eyes looking up at me with trepidation. Exactly. That's exactly what I fucking knew was gonna happen. I told you. That moment I realized that I must look absolutely massive, looming over the little fellow like that. Quickly, but not too quick as to avoid startling it, move away to give it some space, no longer making such an imposing figure. While my current stance is uncomfortable in the extreme, I managed to at least rouse the kitten from that fearful state. Wait, you were standing? With the stick? Why weren't you, like, on the ground already? How is the cat gonna get the stick if it's up in the fucking air? You buffoon, you're terrible at this. He lacks the confidence to have a go at the twig, but follows it with curious eyes. Seeming to have done right by the kitten, I get a picture for Ro before saying my goodbyes and heading off, hoping to make a better impression next time. Oh my god, it's so cute! Wow. As reliable as Old Faithful, it doesn't take long for Ro to respond to a cat. Cute. Where did you run into this one? Street by the park. Had been spooked by someone rushing past. Looks pretty relaxed for such a small kitten that's just been scared. Must have done a good job getting near it. I just applied a bit of common sense, haha. It didn't play along, but it seemed curious. Understandable. Probably just a bit apprehensive. I bet it'd be more playful otherwise. I'll try again next time I see it, if I have the opportunity. Anyway, I'll be home soon. See you there. Sounds good to me. Did we get more bread? When I get home, I enter Ro's room. Oh, did you even knock? I just wanted to let you know I'll be visiting the bakery lunchtime tomorrow. Need to grab a cake for Rico from work's birthday. If you want to come along, I'm sure the cat'll be there. I think I'd rather stay here. They say it's gonna be really hot out tomorrow. But if you do see it, you know the rule, right? Totally. When you see a cat for a second time, you must name it. I remember. I'll head out again and go to work soon. Good luck. I get to name the chonker? There's a lemon cat. When I went down by the canal, I keep an eye out for the scruffy cat, but I don't run into it again. Work turns out like usual, pretty uneventful. Are we gonna get to see the chonker? After some well-deserved sleep, I head out to grab that cake. To be honest, I'm more excited at the chance of seeing the cat again than to celebrate my coworker. Should get the cat something. Looks like one that would appreciate something edible. Like all cats, you buffoon. Take a quick detour to a grocery store and quickly find myself in the small pet aisle. I have no idea what the cat likes, and the picture of the jars littered around its bed pop into my mind. Maybe they contained something it liked, but I can't quite remember what label it had. What should I buy? Please just buy shrimp. Shrimp is a good bet. Just get normal fucking cat treats, dude. Ah! What? 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 Fine. Fine, I'll get the shrimp. I'll go with my gut and I'll get the fucking shrimp. Okay, sue me. Fuck. Yeah, glass jar. What the fuck could a glass jar have that'd be of interest to a cat? Y'all sell shrimp in glass jars? Probably not mushrooms, that's for sure. Some seafood, perhaps? Shrimp, most likely. Can't for the life of me recall what label had been on that jar, but surely this couldn't work out too badly. Shrimp are fantastic. But just in case it doesn't enjoy the glory of shrimp, I grab a small bag of cat treats as well. It'll probably lick the shrimp and then not actually eat it. If it's anything like my cat's. When I reach the bakery, I find the cat resting in its makeshift bed yet again. Good afternoon to you, cat. Cat looks at me as if saying afternoon, all without moving very much in its cozy little nook. Can't ever recall seeing any living thing so visibly content with everything. Ro would absolutely adore this cat. As her apprentice, I must follow her word and give it a name. Oh my god, I get to name it? It's so hard to not just name it Meatball. That's a meatball right there. I'm sorry, it has to be Meatball. Look at that Meatball. That's Meatball. Does Meatball work for you, buddy? Meatball half yawns, half meows. That's close enough to approval for me. Wonder if it'll approve of my choice of snack to the same extent. Getting the lid out of the way, I go fishing for shrimp, catching one, shaking off some of the water before handing it over to Meatball. Shrimp quickly grabs its attention, sniffing the food. Gives it a lick before biting, causing me to drop it. I would prefer keeping my fingies, so I leave it to Meatball. Meatball devours a small crustacean and then continues to look around the bed for more. Grab another shrimp, making sure the cat sees it, and Meatball reaches out a paw to try and grab it. Give it to the cat, but I feel inspired to try something out. Taking a picture? Could have an opportunity here to make Meatball earn the snacks. What in the hell? It would actually be kind of cool if I could teach Meatball a trick. What should I attempt to teach it? High five. Yes! Meatball already tapped my hand with its paw to get the snack, so I feel like the basics are there. I enclose the morsel in my hand and extend it. Meatball sniffs my hand and tries to reach it, but when it can't, it sits down and reaches out its paw. When it touches my hand, I reward the cat with its treat. I repeat the action, and Meatball, clearly at least almost as quick thinking as Spherical, catches on to the intricacies of my tap my hand, get tasty food. However, whatever's worth doing is worth doing properly. High fives are no exception. I place another between my fingers, leaving my palm empty. Meatball still taps it, gets surprised before patiently waiting whilst I reload with treats. This time I try to say high five before extending my hand and then removing the bounty from sight. Meatball pats the hand again, gazing expectantly upon it, only to be surprised when my other hand is the one rewarding it. We repeat this a number of times, and while I doubt that my voice command does as much as the cat most likely just takes the visual cue, I'm very proud of the results. Pat Meatball on the head, infusing my tone with affectionate lilt as I praise the cat. Oh, look at that little guy. However, there are other factors to consider, such as Meatball seemingly not lacking food, and that I might end up overfeeding the little fellow. Cuddle couldn't do any harm, though. Oh my goodness. Not a belly rub. Do you want to get murdered? Can I scratch your little cheekies? Yahoo! Those puffy cheeks look fit for good scratching. Using the tip of my finger, I gently scratch its cheek before moving to scratching it just behind the jaw. Yes. Meatball clearly approves, humming purr radiating from a very pleased cat. It angles its head to give me better access, and the scratching continues for a few moments before it turns its head to the other side and the process is repeated. Meatball's purrs slowly grow more quiet until it drifts off into a nap, its head resting against my hand, and it's doing the little blip. Ever so carefully, I lower its head onto a bundle of the blanket bedding, succeeding in doing so without waking Meatball up. I'm a god. I realized that I had already spent much more time with Meatball than I had intended, and I need to pick up that cake already. Oh, we didn't even do that yet? Hesitantly, I give Meatball a last pet on the head before saying my goodbyes and escaping into the bakery. This is the greatest day ever. It's bustling with more activity than usual. When the owner scurries by, I receive the great news. Business has been going well and they're moving to a new, bigger place not too far away. I congratulate her, apologize for not having much time to chat before taking my leave, cake in hand. But what about the cat? Are you taking the cat with you? I'm home. Unlike the usual silence, Ro calls for me. Can you come over for a minute? When had she last been the one to call out to me? That's something I haven't considered being a possibility in a very long time. I walk over to her room. Looking good. Yes. Roselle plays with her hands as if she's unsure of how to bring up the subject. Thank you for the photos. They were nice. However... yes? That kitten? Was there anyone with it? No, it was alone, I think. Which, yeah, was concerning. Isn't that strange? For a kitten to be all alone? I mean... I guess, but it had a collar, so it might just live nearby. But it's a kitten, so why would it be outside by itself? She doesn't look convinced. You know what? I'll see if I spot it on my walk and make sure. That would be great. Do you want to come with? Can see how she considers it. Her brows furrow and her eyes trace the crevices of the floorboards. It might get scared with yet another stranger around. Best you go alone. Scared of frightening it? That's not an excuse I've ever heard from Roselle, the great cat whisperer. Maybe this case is a bit more delicate, but it's not like the kitten trusts me either. However, if she doesn't want to, I can't force her. I'll just do my best then. Wish me luck. Good luck. Empowered by her blessing, I head out. Just before leaving, I put the cake in the fridge and make my way to the old pedestrian street again. I'm gonna get this kitten. Surprised to see the kitten sitting next to the tree, just like it had the other day. Feels a little strange to find such a young cat out here all alone again. I'd like to have a closer look at its collar. Might have a number or an address on it. Kitten is sitting next to the tree trunk looking at the passersby. Looks healthy, so somebody must be feeding it at least. Really hope that I'm just overthinking it. From our last meeting, I know I should be careful when I approach it. No sudden movements or sounds that'll scare it. Having made my approach, I speak to it softly to get its attention. Hey, little friend. We need a proper name for you too, don't we? It's tempting to just name you Oliver, but honestly, you look more like a macaroni. So, you're macaroni. Congratulations. Yes, all of these are going to be food names. What, do you think I'm a fool? What do you think of that, macaroni? Kitten glances at me with big eyes, which I decide to be approval. This reminds me that I still have cat treats in my pocket. Maybe Macaroni wants them. But I'm not the only one with eyes for the kitten. Kid separates from his mother's hand to chase the kitty. Oh no, stop that immediately. Macaroni runs away, but in my direction. Can't let it get away. Stop it. Just stand in front of it. It's just that I'm so mad at you. I'm so mad at you. Why? It's running in our direction. I step out in a wide stance to be able to react to it. Macaroni blasts past me. You fucking idiot. You absolute fucking goon. I'm so upset at you. Now I have to rename Macaroni. Macaroni. Go. Forth. Follow. Probably for the best to let it run. Kid's caught by his mother, so I don't have to worry about him anymore. Follow the kitten around the corner and find it hiding in a doorway. Its body is pressed into the corner and its eyes watch me carefully. The ordeal has gotten me pretty close. Maybe I have a chance here? Please just throw the treat. There you go. Oh my god, that was the happiest face I've ever seen. Well, there's no twigs for use to play. Then no twigs to use for play. And even if there were, I'm not sure that'd be a good idea. Maybe a bite to eat would help the little creature feel at ease. The situation isn't exactly what I'm used to, but I believe in the versatile powers of food. Hell yes. Crouch down and toss the treat carefully so it lands next to the kitten. It snaps its eyes on the new object and sniffs the air. When it's convinced it won't move again, it sneaks up on the treat and eats it. When finished, it sniffs around the ground for more. Throw another one in. The projectile makes Macaroni shy away before quickly returning to eat the food. Throw the treats closer and closer to me so Macaroni can get within reach. However, Macaroni becomes aware of that and grows more careful approaching the treats, backing away when it's grabbed it. It's a slow process, but I get the kitten close enough. Feed it out of your hand before fucking grabbing it, you goddamn barbarian. I slowly pick out a few treats and place them on my palm. Extend my hand slightly in front of me, making sure the kitten can see them. Macaroni looks at them but hesitates, so I throw one of them halfway between us. The kitten crouches down and sneaks up to the treat, carefully watching me. After snacking on the nearest treat, it looks curiously at my hand, stretching its head out. It takes a reluctant step towards me, and I have to stay completely still. Movementless, like a statue, gargoyle in Notre Dame. Maybe not a gargoyle, they come to life, right? As Macaroni gets closer, it grows braver and walks up the last steps to smell my hand. I feel its whiskers tickle my fingertips, but I stay still as the mountain. Macaroni takes the first treat, and I can clearly hear it snap as it bites into it. One after another, the treats disappear until my hand is empty. I know Macaroni won't like it, but I'll still have to grab it to check its collar. Oh! Hand eases closer and picks the kitten up. Quickly press it against my chest to stabilize it. Macaroni tenses up as soon as I touch it, but I feel slightly calmer after a few seconds in my bosom. There you are, good kitty. Try to soothe the kitten and gently stroke it with my thumb. When it's calm, I place it on my lap to check the collar. Macaroni meows and I find a phone number that I write down on my phone. When that's done, I loosen my grip and stroke the kitten gently to make it forget my manhandling. And I have to let it go and Macaroni scurries away. Well, I mean... shouldn't... I don't know about that, but okay. I don't think we're back to square one, though. Leave some treats on the ground in case it comes back and leave. Shouldn't you have just called the number while you were standing there with the cat that's clearly missing? Jesus Christ. As soon as I get home, I walk into Rose's room. I got a number. Macaroni had one on its collar. Oh, and I followed your rule. I named it. I also forgot to mention that I named the bakery cat as well. That one's Meatball. What are we waiting for? Call it! I type in the number and let the signals go by. They go on for longer and longer. No answer? Doesn't appear so. I'll have to try again later. Well, keep me updated. I will. Okay, bye. I try to call a few more times. Eventually I give up and head out for work. Did you at least leave a message so that they know you're not just a fucking spam caller? Good grief. We're bad at life. There's slow news days and then there's dead news days. Need to get something published today or my boss is gonna get on my case. Might as well have a stroll and see if I can at least find something worth writing about. City, beautifully lit in the dark as I find my way down to the towpath, is probably one of the prettiest spots around here. Another advantage it has going for it is the fact that for some arcane reason, almost nobody ever goes here, rendering it a quiet place for thoughts to be had. Jesus fucking Christ, wait a goddamn second, what the fuck is that sound? Pondering is interrupted by aggressive growling and a tremendous noise near the bridge. Curiosity is getting the better of me and I silently walk over to check the source of the racket. Oh shit! In the glow of the lamplight, there's a group of cats staring at each other, hissing and swatting their paws. 4 of them seem to be working together against a somewhat larger, rougher looking one. Could it be the same one as from the other day? Looks like it, and it appears to be in trouble. I'm gonna interrupt this fight. Yeah. What does this button do? Oh, is that just the auto button? Fine. I can't fuck this up. It's important. It's very important that all the cats love me. For my own sake of mind, peace, pride, what have you. Yeah, I knew you'd like that better. Fucking fighter, dude. To interfere is a sure way to get all kinds of debilitating diseases. I mean, I'm not telling you to fucking throw your body in between them. I'm just telling you to walk over there and be like, bah! You know, make noise. Like it's a bear. Hang back and wait for the confrontation to resolve itself. They fly at each other in a blurred frenzy of claws and bites, but a few moments later the upstarts rout and flee, leaving a lone cat torn but triumphant. Satisfied that it's indeed won the field, it huffs, weary but proud in posture. I sneak closer, but it doesn't look like the cat needs or wants my help. It sits down, tending to its wounds and giving itself time to rest and recover. This cat can clearly manage on its lonesome. Zell could certainly learn a thing or two from this fellow. Another certainty is that every great brawler ought to have a nickname of some sort to go along with their reputation. I mean, we got meatball, now we need spaghetti. Yeah, spaghetti, you clearly run this town. Spaghetti starts walking and I follow along at a comfortable distance. Follow the canal, part of the city I'm very familiar with. Glance at the cat, who has some minor cuts and the fur is even more of a mess than usual, but it doesn't seem to bother it at all. What bothers me, though, is the extensive littering for one. The fact that I have no idea what this cat eats, come to think of it. Offer food. That garbage is this cat's, okay? This is the cat's turf, and if you clean up that garbage, that cat's gonna fucking eat your hand off. Just give it food, dude. Okay, what? You don't... Oh, yeah, you're a strong, independent little fucking snoocher, aren't you? Yeah, I know I didn't have to fucking reset this again, okay? But, like... I want all the fucking cats to love me. It's important. Spaghetti, please. Okay, I clean up garbage. Soda can distracts me from the cat. Canal is beautiful. How can people just go around littering like it's a thing to do? There's even a garbage bin right here. Put the can in my bag to recycle it later, and the other things I find go in the bin. Spaghetti tracks me with its gaze as I clean up the place. See, that's a cat that's like, hey, you're taking my shit away. It doesn't take long until it looks decent again. Spaghetti stands up and sits down next to a piece of paper I missed. Oh. Thank you? I walk up to the cat and grab the paper without really thinking about it, but we were for a moment so close we nearly touched. It gives me an idea. What's the worst thing that could happen? We're about to fucking die. Sure, it's a grumpy cat, but it's not like stepping on a landmine, right? Now can I offer you food? Or are you still gonna be, pissy about that? What is play with paper crumble? This cat doesn't look like a play cat. I'm not going back again. We've come too far. I'm sorry. I tried. I still have a few treats left, so I fish them out of my pocket and crouch down, offering them from my hand. Spaghetti looks at me with a spark of suspicion glinting in the eye, not making any move to approach. Just fucking put it on the ground. Throw a treat between us in case it just doesn't want to get close to me. Walks up to the treat with a scowling expression and swats it dismissively into the water below. Worth it. Note to self. Spaghetti hates cat treats. Okay. What if I do this? Well, if cats don't like these things, why do I even bother lugging them around? I mean, fucking macaroni did. Rude. I weigh a treat in my hand, feeling its weight and shape. Calculate the perfect skip toss in my mind before reeling back, my whole body following you to the throat. I unleash the treat with flawless timing. Cuts through the air with a purpose. Its destination preordained, the outcome already determined. With a graceful arc, it drops out of the air maybe 2 feet away, hits the surface, and sinks with an undignified plop. Spaghetti does show signs of amusement, and thusly encouraged, I repeat the procedure until I run out of sweets, the last one managing to skip maybe a centimeter or so. Oh! While certainly not the smoothest of friendships, I get the feeling that Spaghetti is at least somewhat less indifferent towards me. Spaghetti and I would have to part ways for now, but I'm looking forward to meeting it again. Once back at work, inspiration hits me. I could always write a little piece about the issue of abandoned cats around the city. After all, I never noticed before, so bringing it to light might result in some good. Hell yeah. Also, the fucking littering. Maybe write about that. It's a problem. Put out a PSA. Returning home in the morning, I'm met with a surprise. Look through my pockets for my keys, only to find none. Uh-oh. Must have dropped them somewhere. With resignation, I knock steadily on the door. Wait, how'd I even get back in? Wait, what? A short while later, Roselle opens it with a surprised look on her face. She looks tired. Not sure if I woke her up or not, however. I dropped my keys. Oh. I'll have to go looking for them after I've had time to sleep. Are you going anywhere? No, not really. That we separate into our respective rooms. How did I even get back in if I didn't have my keys? Do we just leave the door unlocked all the time? Psychotic. I go to the bakery during the afternoon this time around, as the bakery won't be open in the weekend due to the move. So this will be the last time I go to Sally. During the walk, I'm sure to keep my eyes peeled in case I drop my keys here, but I'm fairly sure I didn't. I enter the bakery and I'm almost feeling a little nostalgic as I look around. Won't change my routines that much to go to the new place, but I'm a little bit worried about Meatball. I ask the owner about it when she hands me my bread. Will you bring the cat along with you to your new place? The owner gently shakes her head. There's no good place for it to stay at the new bakery, and we can't let it inside. Isn't there anyone that could take it home then? Like me? We've tried that, but it got really angry and anxious when we tried to carry it away. really likes it with us, but when push comes to shove, we'll have no choice but to force it to. I'm sure it'll work out somehow. Have you seen a pair of keys, by the way? Dropped them somewhere. I haven't, but I'm sure to be on the lookout. The owner smiles reassuringly and continues on with work. I leave the bakery feeling ill at ease. Meatball! I walk up to Meatball and notice that it looks a bit uneasy, but cheers up someone who sees me. Cat must know that something's going on. Oh no, that cat is looking at me like I have more shrimp. Do we have shrimp today? Should at least try to comfort it some before I go. Would you want to play, or you seem affectionate? Just pet it. Yeah, cuddles are the best cure for anxiety. I sit down next to its little bed and reach out my hand to caress its head. Meatball closes its eyes, purring, and we sit like that for a while. Can't leave Meatball without anyone caring for it. Feels weird to think of the cat being anywhere else, but here in the back alley. This is its home. Keep a close eye on the cat, looking much happier after some cuddling. Thought starts to play in my mind. What if I could take Meatball home with me? Meatball seems like a cat that would like most people. Sure, that might be a presumption, but I feel like we have a little bit of a special bond. I've gotten better with cats, I think, and I know Rosella owned cats in the past, so we could be able to care for it. Our apartment is big enough and my income isn't too bad. Could be doable. No, it's entirely doable. Let's try it out. It'll depend on if Meatball likes me or the bakery more entirely. Meatball inches close to my hand and snuggles close to it. Stroke it gently with my free hand. Do you want treats or do you want more cuddles? You want more cuddles, don't you? Roll up my sleeves and crack my knuckles. Quiet joke to myself. The charm blitz is on and there's no escaping it. I make Meatball a happy, not so little cat. I begin by scratching behind the cheeks. Run my fingers through the thick fur and give it a scratch from the ears to the chin. Move my hands to the chest and neck, digging into the fluffy little chest hair. When I scratch the fur over its shoulders, I notice its front paws claw the quilt under it in comfort. Cat rolls over, exposing its tummy, and I get to give Meatball proper belly rubs. Meatball must feel so spoiled to bits after that. Cat remains on its back, eyes closed, but then gives me a glance. Look seems to say, "Oh, you're done already? Weren't you supposed to be feeling bad?" Meatball chases after my hand, demanding to receive more pets, even though I've been at it for minutes already. When I don't immediately comply, it looks at me with those puppy eyes. Those are kitty eyes, you fool. Meatball certainly seems to want to keep me around, but is that enough for it to be willing to follow me home? I'd like to give the cat a little test to see. Oh no, this is the most important choice I'll ever make in my whole life. I mean, if we really want to see what Meatball wants, you've got to just walk away and wait for it. You know? Picking it up, I don't think that'll go well. Taking its whole bed, bad. Yes. I'm literally so good at this. Would Meatball voluntarily follow me out of this alley if I just called for it? Could hardly hurt to try. Give the cat a last pet out on its head and then walk away, not stopping before I reach the next street. Not that far of a distance really, but it can be for a small cat. I make eye contact with Meatball, eyes me curiously. Without breaking it, I crouch down and reach out a hand. Come here, Meatball. Click my tongue and the cat's ears respond, homing in on the sound. Call again, and after some hesitation, it makes its way down from its bed. Trots lazily over to me, swaying with every step. I offer my hand for pets, and before accepting it, Meatball glares at me, resentful of me for making it walk all the way over here. But still, it did it, and I'm so proud. I snuggle properly, and then comes the real test. Place my hands around Meatball's body and pick the cat up. Dang, it's heavy. Shuffle it around so I have a good hold around it, and the cat strokes its face against mine. We're winning! Seems like Meatball passed the test. Maybe it was I that did. I'll have to tell the owner and the bakers that I'll take Meatball with me. Hesitate at the door, but I don't want to drop the cat now, so I walk in with it in my arms. The owner will have to excuse me, but it's a special occasion. The owner's eyes open in surprise when she sees us. Well, would you look at that? Seems like our little charmer has been charmed itself. Seems like it doesn't mind coming with me if that's fine with you guys. Of course. We couldn't be happier that it finds a proper home. Knowing it's you makes it feel even better. Does Roselle know about this? Well, not yet. I'm just hoping she won't mind. The owner lets out a huge laugh. Can't imagine she ever would. Say hello for me. I will. And I'll keep you all updated on Meatball. You're gonna get so many cat pics, you're gonna be so annoyed. That's what I call it, by the way. Meatball. It's a suiting name. You're goddamn right it is. Meatball and I bid our farewell to the old bakery in the alley. I never found my keys, so they must be down by the canal. First, however, I gotta break the news to Roselle. Definitely don't surprise her with this. I don't want to cause her a heart attack, so it's best I warn her. You know that the bakers are moving out? They were looking for someone to take Meatball in, and I might have agreed to it. Coming home with it right now. Check the phone a few times, and finally it gets marked as read. No reply, though. Door at home is unlocked, and I kick off my shoes before heading for Roselle's room. Reach for the handle, but am beaten to it as Roselle opens the door for me, letting me in. How's Meatball? Fine, I think. Didn't complain at all the entire way here. You didn't reply, so I didn't know yet. Is it fine for you, or is it fine with you to let Meatball live with us? Of course. Can't let it stay on the street. But we'll have to get it a few things. Yeah, I was thinking of heading out and grabbing the necessities now. You'll need to buy diet food, a litter box, unscented litter. You know what? I can write you a list. That would be great. Could you help Meatball make itself at home and I'll go get it now? Sure. Hand her the cat and she burrows her face in its fur, taking in the moment. Meatball looks quite comfortable too. Probably want some time to themselves, so I head out. After a few minutes, I receive a very long list of things that I'll have to find. Manage to find nearly all of them and drop them off at home before heading down to the canal to look for my keys. Can't stay without them for much longer. I bet you Spaghetti fucking battered them into the fucking river. As I get to the towpath, it's already becoming dark. Placing my hopes on the setting sun will hit the keys just right and make them shine up. Keep my eyes peeled on the ground, making my way back to my workplace along the canal. A hunch makes me look back, and surely enough, I spot Spaghetti following me with silent steps. Wonder for how long it's been doing that. Or why. Possibly to keep an eye on anyone in its turf. Cat keeps stalking me at a slight distance, and I ignore it the best I can. My keys are top priority right now. I walk the entire towpath without spotting them. Guess I'll walk back, check some of the busier areas more carefully. Spot that Spaghetti has stopped following me and is playing with something next to the edge of the canal. Well, what do you know? There it is. Good that it's keeping itself entertained. Ha ha. Ha. Hey. Hey, are those my keys? I'm a bit curious as to what would interest Spaghetti. My keys can wait this long. They can wait a little longer. Yep. Cat's sitting right next to the water and is poking at something casually, almost like it doesn't want to admit that it's playing. When I get closer, I get a better look at the object. Wait a goddamn fucking minute. Those are my keys Spaghetti's playing with. Can't believe the cat managed to find them. Don't have the time to take a sigh of relief before the cat pokes the keys so they inch closer to their watery doom. I have to do something quick to prevent a catastrophe from happening. Please, 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 please. Oh, neither of those are gonna work. We have to get closer slowly. Although, oh no, this cat is 100% gonna see that I really want these keys and it's not going to let me have them. I wonder if walking up and just grabbing them is the best option. I bet you it is. Because both of these other ones are gonna have the cat fucking throw my keys in the fucking river. Oh no. We're gonna try. Oh my god. Phew. Reach out my hand in front of me, trying to mentally keep the cat still. I hunch slightly and walk closer slowly, careful not to agitate the cat. It looks at me momentarily before losing interest and looks down at the keys again. Okay, listen, Spaghetti, let's not be hasty, okay, my guy? I watch as a paw closes in on the bundle. Spaghetti! I leap forward, but it's too late! I watch the keys tumble over the edge and I hear the splash echo in my head. I fucking knew it. There was no saving our keys, I think. I mean, we need those. But also, if I dive in, this cat is getting fucking splashed. What do I care about more? Do I want my keys or do I want this cat? We're not doing that. We're not jumping in the fucking river, dude. Also, I bet you this cat is gonna get a fucking kick out of me just being sad about my keys. I knew it. There's no way I can find my keys at the bottom of the fucking canal. I kneel down next to the edge and look into the blackness. The water's way too dark and deep for me to possibly find my keys. Guess I'll try to get copies for them. Till then, I'll just have to coordinate with Ro, get a new lock for my... Something drifts past me and quiets my bustling thoughts. A cork, I determined. What a coincidence. My keychain is a cork. I spurt into motion to grab it before it drifts any further and pull it out of the water. It's my keys! Wow. With them safe in hand, I cast a glance at Spaghetti, who's been ignoring the whole ordeal and is cleaning his paw. You're so lucky this didn't sink, you know. I sigh and lean back to catch a quick breath. Oh, do you want to try and fucking throw my keys in the river again? Or would you like to just hang out? I fucking knew it. Cat seemed to like to play with my keys, and under safe conditions, I might dare to capitalize on that. Hold them by the cork and dangle them above Spaghetti's head. Doesn't cause much of a reaction. Yeah, above its head? Jesus Christ. Fucking shake them around on the floor, you goon. Doesn't cause much of a reaction. The cat just cocks its head and looks at me. Okay, that's not working. I'll have to try to recreate the conditions it wanted to play in. Take one hard last look at my keys and drop them on the ground, though making sure they aren't close to any edges. After looking at the keys for a moment, Spaghetti reaches out a lazy paw and swats the keys a little closer to the water. Maybe Spaghetti just likes to push things off of edges. Maybe Spaghetti's the one who's been littering over here. Could replace the keys with something else, but it would just end up littering, so I quit playtime then and there. It's getting late. I should head home. Give Spaghetti a wave and start to walk away. Spaghetti, do you want to follow me home? Spaghetti, we could have a full set. We could have spaghetti and meatball. I walked down the very familiar towpath. Wonder how Roselle's doing at home. After a while, I recognize faint footsteps behind me, and I'm winning! Turn around to see that Spaghetti's still following me. I shrug, thinking that it'll stop eventually, but as I leave the towpath, it's still following me. You're coming with me, huh? Spaghetti responds by following along all the way to my door. This is my stop. Spaghetti stopped and is looking at me, waiting. Having said goodbye, I open the door, only for Spaghetti to waltz on in like it owns the place. Beautiful. This is the best day of my life. The cat looks around and jumps on the sofa to get a better look at things. Bro, we have a visitor. It takes Roselle a moment to make it to her door, and when she steps out, she has Meatball in tow. She freezes as she spots Spaghetti and turns around to shove Meatball back in her room and closes the door. What's going on? I'm not sure, okay? It decided to follow me home. Why did you lock away Meatball? We can't just throw two cats who don't know each other together and expect things to go well. There's a process for these things, you know? Can't say I do know. How does that work? You have to gradually introduce them to each other. At first, they'll just have to meet through my door so that they have a chance to get used to the other's presence. So Spaghetti can stay? If it wants to, I won't be the one to kick it out. We'll need another bowl, though, and Spaghetti should probably have some richer food. I will get that tomorrow, then. I notice how her attention shifts towards the sofa and how her eyes slowly sets on Spaghetti. Cat eyes the new human with suspicion, but I know Roselle can get that barrier down in no time. I don't want to disturb her work, so I leave her to it. I'll buy the things before my walk tomorrow. Did we lose a cat? And that's why she's really bummed out. And by that I mean clearly just depressed. Heck. Can we do it? Can we get 3 for 3? I've bought the new things and I'm heading out for my Sunday stroll. By the look of it, this morning, Spaghetti and Roselle are getting along well, so I'm not the slightest bit worried over leaving them alone. As I near the pedestrian street, I peel my eyes, trying to spot a certain kitten. I'll most likely find it in its usual spot, but I don't trust it not to have moved. I see the tree in the distance, and it grows closer as I walk. No kitten to be seen. I reach the corner and circle around the tree, but I can't see Macaroni. Maybe it actually got home? If that were to be the case, it would be great. A meow crushes my hopes and I look around, still not spotting it. Did you climb this fucking tree? Next meow I can tell comes from above and I look up. Oh, you fucking idiot. Macaroni looks down at me from a high up branch in the tree. Why the fuck are you up there? Doesn't look very safe. Haven't climbed a tree in ages, but I did some back in the day. And then twisted my ankle getting out of them. I, like cats, am good at getting up trees, bad at getting down them. Except for the first part, it looks like a pretty easy climb. Please, for the love of God. Can we find something? It'd really be a lot easier if we could just get it to come down, at least part way, and then, like, jump. Although, I don't trust our catching skills, you know? why don't you just find something? There you go. I look around, finding a wheeled garbage bin around the corner. Oh my god! It's just like The Last of Us. Put it back when I'm done with it, but for now, I pull it next to the tree. Careful not to scare the kitten any further, I climb up on the bin. From there, it's not too great of a task to find footing at the lowest branch. I look up and the kitten stares back at me, meowing meekly and visibly scared. Someone must have startled it up here and it doesn't know how to get back down. Looks at me and I'm fairly sure it recognizes me. Are these not the fucking same? These are the same. No? Just go slow. I really can't afford scaring it any further up the tree. Macaroni is already out on very thin twigs. With all of its claws, it's sticking into... What? All of its claws sticking to the wood, and I don't want it to let go of that grip before I can catch it. Slowly move to the next foothold, and then pause there until Macaroni stops watching me. Then I advance to the next spot. It's very slow going, and my arms feel tired, but eventually I reach the same height that Macaroni's at. Kitten, however, is just slightly too far away. Might be able to lean out to grab it, or possibly lure it closer. Yeah, don't lean out. Literally, whatever you do, don't do that. Food. Food is always the answer. Make sure I sit steadily on my branch and then carefully extract the treats from my pocket. If Macaroni has been up here for a while, it might be hungry. Reach out with a treat and immediately see how the kitten's nose twitches as it's sniffing the air. You know you want this, come take it. After a moment's hesitation, it eases closer, carefully making its way back along the thin branch. Lay my hand flat and the kitten grabs the treat and devours it in seconds. Really is hungry. Feed it more treats, making it come a little closer each time before I grab the kitten with both hands and place it in my lap. Feed it the rest of the treats and it eagerly eats every single one of them. It's hungry and a bit tired, but looks otherwise fine. Now comes the part where I have to get both of us down safely. Do you have a pocket? Reach for my bag. That's probably the best way to carry the kitten as it keeps both of my hands free. Sorry, this will be over in a minute. Grab Macaroni and put it in the bag before placing it over my back again. After that, I begin my steady descent and pull it off smoothly. When I reach the last fork in the tree, I drop down and make freeing Macaroni my top priority. Open up the bag and bring the kitten up in my arms. Aww! After a few seconds of being safe in my arms on the ground, the kitten falls asleep. I look at it curiously and stroke it gently over its back. It's almost surreal. Now I'm faced with what to do next. Hero, guess what? We have 3 cats all at once. Congrats! Rescued Macaroni from the tree, but I don't want to let go of the kitten again. Don't want to be uncertain whether or not it has a warm place to sleep and food to eat. I'll take it home with me. We can look for its owner, and if we don't find anyone, then Macaroni can stay with us. Hell yes. It's just one more cat. Sure, it'll be a lot of work, but with Rose's expertise, we'll easily manage. Make sure to text her that we're coming this time so she can prepare the place for Macaroni. Kitten sleeps the entire walk home, only waking up when I unlock the door. Roselle jumps up from the sofa when she hears us and sneaks up to us. Where's Spaghetti? In your room. She reaches out a hand and... Don't! Spaghetti's in my room! Aw, man, all my shit is on the floor. She reaches out a hand and tenderly strokes the kitten's cheek. Hello there, sleepyhead. Maybe because it's very tired, or because of Roselle's magic, the kitten isn't scared by her touch. It's stuck in a tree, so it's pretty tired right now. Oh no! I'm glad it got down safely. How about we fetch Macaroni some food and water, and you can tell me all about it? Sounds good. Will you take it? She nods, and I hand her the sleepy kitten. Seconds later, it's hungrily feasting on its food, and I sit down next to Ro on the sofa for the first time in a very long time. Oh boy! We've done it. Yes! Oh my god, look at my children! Look at this little mouse! It's already been, what, almost a year since they all moved in here. So much has happened. Chaos the first weeks when introducing the cats to each other are long over, and they're all getting along well. A little too well, actually. Me and Ro are outnumbered 2 to 3 in most matters. Meatball and Spaghetti have really taken it upon themselves to teach the youngest everything they know. Macaroni's not as shy and scared anymore, but I wish they could have held back in some matters, as the mischievous, playful little thing never ends bringing trouble. We have a surprisingly calm time together as we wait for Ro to come back with the mail. Door bursts open, and in a blur of yellow, Ro bursts in, surprising both me and Macaroni. Meatball and Spaghetti not so much, as the former's still sound asleep and the latter's seemingly never surprised by anything. Oh my god! Oh my god! Fucking excellent. Just beautiful. Guess who passed their finals? I take an exaggerated thinking pose and reply, I don't know. Maybe... Nah. Then I snap my fingers and turn to her. Oh shit, wait, I know you did! Yeah! Her face almost beaming as her... What? Almost as beaming as her dress is yellow. You know, Ro, I'm proud of you. I knew you'd pull through. Look where you are now. No more hiding away in a dark room and letting your life get away from you. It's great to have the old you back. She's quiet for a moment, but it's a good sort of quiet. Couldn't have done it without you, you know? You've helped me more than you think, I'd bet. Anyway, enough of that. I think we've both earned ourselves a treat. Well, you did all the earning, really, but I won't complain. That we leave the apartment under the competent supervision of Spaghetti, who would maintain order while we are gone. To some extent, at least. We meander around for a good long while before choosing a cafe to stay at. After that, we continue to walk without any clear destination, just like the good old days. Ro and I both stop as we spot a cat in the distance. We share a smile and both approach it together. Maybe it's not just like the old days. So, now that you've graduated, do you still want to go through with it? Of course. The cats helped me find myself again, so I want to give something back. We'll need a bigger place. Might take some time, but I want to create a cat shelter better than any other. We crouch down not to frighten the cat as we close in. What should we call it? How about Cato? You're terrible at this. You're bad at naming cats. Is this like a fucking French joke? Look at that little cat! Is this a joke? Is this a pun? But if in French, is that what Cato is? I don't know. How am I to ever find out? Why is this so loud? Jesus H. You're so loud. You gotta be quieter. I missed what that picture was. God damn it. It's still really loud. Look at the concept art. Wow. Sick. We fucking did it. We got all the cats. Hell yes. Yippee. What the fuck? Why are there still so many pictures I'm missing? Oh. Wait. Does it depend on, like, how well you did? Interesting. Well, who knows? Anyways, that was Kato. Oh, it's extremely, extremely quiet now. Look, whose fault is that? Okay, that's not mine. Maybe you should have freaking... Oh, I should have looked at the fucking levels before I changed them. Because now the fucking audio for the other games, namely Alien, is gonna be off. Oh well. Too late now. But yeah, that's Kato. We got all the cats. We fucking did it. We're the best. 10 out of 10 would name all of the cats after food again. Because that's how you're supposed to do it, okay? If you're not naming your cats after food, you're doing it wrong. Unless you're naming them like fucking jokes. Like my sister did with Bunsen and Beaker. That's the only exception to the food rule. Anyways. Hope y'all take care. Bye.